Before we even start, I gotta ask y'all a question, man. Why do y'all feel like people act different once money gets involved?
I don't know. I feel like, so with stuff like that, I feel like sometimes the things you can afford also is, linear with the people as well, right? So certain people obviously come with different classes, and different classes sometimes come with different money brackets, right? But yeah, I think sometimes they get around people that are in that tax bracket with them, and then they kind of influence them like, hey, whoever that is, they don't really fit in with us, right?
Right.
So with them trying to fit in with this new crowd of people, sometimes they lose themselves, and in the midst of losing themselves, they lose the people that, or pretty much walking with them and running with them, trying to get to, that bracket. So I mean, that's probably one thing right there. But I mean, it's a whole bunch of different things. But
we gonna get into it.
Oh, most definitely.
What it do, man? It's your boy Q Savage. This is the Southern State of Mind podcast. First episode. I got my first two guests on here. This podcast basically is just about the culture, politics, life, success, especially music. Just trying to get the word out there in the Southern State of Mind. You feel me? So I got my two guests, man. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce them, man. We got Chris right here.
What's going on?
Entrepreneur, poet, music artist, putting down in the city, great impact. I got my other guest right here, the one and only, Mr. Blake Neal, Mr. Love Jones himself. Y'all give it up for.
Appreciate it being here. Appreciate it being here.
Oh yeah, you already know, man. So, y'all got some projects coming up. Little Birdie told me,
Woo.
But first off, man, we want to know who you are and where you from and what started you off, man. I'll let, whoever want to go first.
I mean, this the man right here, bro.
I'm gonna let my brother go first real quick.
All right. So as he already said, man, my name is Chris. So I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. Literally went to high school, to college in Jacksonville. Right now I'm pursuing different arts and stuff like that, and also helping people out in the art community as well. So like you said, I'm a poet. So I actually help, I'm one of 4 people that help run a poetry open mic on Mondays called What's in the Verse. I have my own poetry platform called Real Talk Poetry. I have my own business that's called Records and Vibes. And what Records and Vibes does, essentially, it helps the artists out, right? So a lot of artists are amazing at what they do, but on that business side, it's kind of foreign, right? So what I do is I step in and I say, hey, let me help you out with these things, right? And that could be stuff from contract readings. It could be trying to help you find a venue. It could be, hey, you need, dancers or whatever that looks like. I go do that, etc. But yeah, man, honestly, I want to, add value to the artistic culture of the city, man. I feel like this is a very, very artistic city, and we don't know it.
Right.
Like, we know what we do.
Exactly.
Right? And then every now and again, we might meet somebody that does the same thing that we do.
Yeah, that we need to reach out to.
Right. But then there's people out here that don't know, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like, for me, I step in and I say, hey, you know what, let me see if I can help out with this right here.
Would you say that's what motivates you, though?
Honestly, I would say that's part of the motivation, right? Like, I think another part of the motivation is introducing people to things that they didn't know that they were good at, right? Because along the side of, like, yes, I might read your contracts and stuff for you, but I'm also going to have you with me like, hey, you see this right here? This is a good thing. Or you see this right here? Don't sign this.
Yeah,
right?
And the people need that.
And people need that,
It's a
right?
blind spot on that.
Absolutely. I think it's one thing to do it for people, and then also to show people how to do it.
Right.
Right. So, just trying to help out with the arts, though, man.
Yeah, because we all artists, and we need that. It's like almost like a care package.
Yeah.
Kind of how WorkSource was. It still is. It's like a work source for the industry, for artists like that. Stuff like they don't know how to read a contract or to even hire somebody to help them read one. So yeah, we need that, man. That's something to give back, especially to the essence of how we do things as far as hip hop goes.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Absolutely. And then I have this other thing, man. I feel like the arts kind of bring us closer to God, right?
Right.
Like one thing that I have in my mind is, God is obviously the ultimate creator, right?
Absolutely.
So he's an artist.
Exactly.
And as his children, we have, like, it's in us to create, to do certain things, right? And I think we don't necessarily see that. It could be painting, music, even when people put buildings together, right?
Exactly.
That's an art form, you know, and what I try to do is put people out there and say, hey, look, man, I like what you're doing. Keep doing this. How do you need me to help you further yourself in this, right? Whether it be helping them find, you know, a platform to put themselves on, man. I just feel like it helps with us getting closer to God. So I figure, you know, why not help people get closer to God? So.
Right. So what would be, in your opinion, well, not opinion, but fact, what is the hardest moment you feel like you had to overcome? Like, period, point blank. Just an example of that.
I would say writer's block.
Writer's block.
Writer's block. It's so, you know, I do poetry, right? So I am a poet. And one thing that most poets, you know, go through is that writer's block, man.
Yeah.
And I went from writing 2 poems, 20 stanzas every week, right? To a place where I was writing 1 poem, and then that was every week, and then I was writing 1 every other week, and then I hadn't written anything. And I was like, dang, I need to write, right? But what I would do is I would put like a couple stanzas together, and I would never go back to it.
Right.
So I have probably over 70 started poems and just haven't finished. So it's writer's block is definitely one of those things where I'm working on getting over it.
You sound like me with a beat.
Yeah, man.
I got so many start-offs, and then like I forget about them, and then I go back to them probably like a year later, and make it, and it be a big beat for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like if you start it off, as long as it's saved,
yes,
and you can go back to it, you working with something.
And that's the thing, man. But the problem with that sometimes is whatever headspace you were in for that beat or for that poem, trying to get back to that headspace.
Because it's going to be completely new.
Right.
Especially writing a song.
Like I can write a political piece, and then obviously it can be bad, right? And then it gets really bad.
Yeah.
Now it's like whatever I had here, though it makes sense, chronologically it don't make sense.
Right.
So it's writer's block be tearing me up, man. Tearing me up.
Yeah, it's a beast. What's some things that you think people misunderstand about you because of the look, or maybe even what some may have said, or just a misconfiguration about you that they don't know the truth about it? So it's something that you've heard or something that you feel like you sense when you're around anyone that they misunderstand about you.
I would say how hard I work, man. You know, for my immediate friends that know me and see me work, they know I work hard. Right. And that's, you know, 9 to 5, and then outside of that, the 5 to 9, right? Most days I don't go to bed till after 3. Right. And then I'm getting up at 6:30 to go start a 7:30, 9 to 5.
Right.
Right.
You're doing something else.
Right.
Listen, that schedule.
I'm telling you, man, and like most days, you know, I'm full of energy. And then for this week, it's like I had my Real Talk poetry event. After that, I was exhausted.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm glad when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, let me reach out, because you don't ever know what somebody's setup is. You get what I'm saying? Especially we parents, and we, you know what I'm saying, we trying to loop this around that and all of that. So I figure even though I got time on my hands, a lot of other people might not. So I'm glad I reached out when I did, even if it was like a week prior.
Yeah.
And I was really shocked that you was able to even, you know what I'm saying, because I know you have certain things laid out. So when you was like, yeah, I was like, oh, okay, this was perfect timing.
I mean, but it's you though, right? So I mean, it's like, let me go ahead, whatever I had, let me push that to the side.
Right. I appreciate
and make this priority, right?
I appreciate that.
Obviously, I had ran the race this morning.
Yeah.
And
tell us about that. Let the people know what you're coming from.
So, if you know me, you know I'm a health nut, right? So that's eating, that's exercising, running, right?
Right.
I'm in a running group called Runners Elite, so shout out to y'all as well. But I'm in a running group called Runners Elite, and it's ran by my homeboy Junior, and
Shouts out Junior.
Oh yeah, shout out my dog Junior, man. But we do races all over the country, right?
Oh.
Yes, and the thing about the Gate River Run, so that's what I ran, the Gate River Run. The Gate River Run is one of the most popular races, honestly, in the world. We have people that come from different countries.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I know it sounds familiar. I want to say my job was trying to get us in it when I work with them. Yeah, because you're talking about the first prize was 80,000.
It's like 79,000 It's the
I
higher
need to go
end.
get your run on. You 80,000?
But
Y'all ain't too cool for that.
But do recognize, if you are trying to get that 80K,
It's a lot of people.
you listen. Not only is it a lot of people, but you have to have a time that is insane. I can't remember what the exact time was.
So you can't just win?
You can't. Well, you can win, but you have to have the time to win. Right? That's the thing. So like,
if you win, what do you
So
win?
is it a timed race?
it's not a time race, but so first place, obviously. If you want to beat first place,
If
you
you
have
win
to have
first place, though, what do you win?
you win the 80,000. There's a trophy. You get one of the top finisher hats, and then bragging rights. I'm pretty sure
Okay,
there's other
man.
stuff too. Yeah, it's. Hey, listen, that's 9.3 miles though.
How
And
many
that's-
people we
that's-
talking about? How many people competing?
I believe the count was over 20,000 people.
So-
I done ran
saying?
enough in my life.
It was rough.
20,000 people?
20,000.
And you got to
people.
be
And you got to be one.
number one?
Number one. And you're going over the Hart Bridge. I don't know if you've ever driven over the Hart Bridge.
I done
But
ran
you're
over the
one.
hard
He's
bridge.
ran over
I done
the
ran
hard
over the hard
bridge.
bridge.
Listen, they call it the
Man,
Green
listen.
Monster for a reason.
Listen, how are you going to be number one over 20,000 people?
I mean, listen, it's possible.
It's possible?
It's possible.
What place
Absolutely.
have you got that he was like, oh,
I don't-
87.
No. So I haven't met. So for the men's, you have to hit like a certain number to get a hat. I've never gotten a hat.
oh, okay.
Yeah, the hat you have to run like, and I believe for the men's it's like an hour and 7 minutes.
So if it's not a time race, how long they give you to do that?
So if you're in like wave, I think either 4 or 5, you have to be at a certain point by a certain time. Because remember, they're blocking streets.
Do you get breaks?
Hey, you break as long as you want.
Because that's how you go lose the race then.
Yeah, that's how you lose the race right there. See, you
Ain't no
you
breaks.
Right, you gotta be
No
smart
days
with these
off.
things. Man.
Super leg day.
Super
Oh
leg
my
day.
God.
If you're not running like that, then it's
Well, I would imagine that some people get in just to be
of course.
fit.
Yeah.
I know that is an extreme
Yeah.
workout.
That's me. That's where I am.
Right.
Right. So it's like it's 9.3. Let me go out here because 1, I like running. 2, this is part of my like training for the week. Right. So I typically run every single Monday. I've ran today. I will not be running on Monday. Absolutely
Oh my
not.
goodness. So what I'm saying is like typically like is it some kind of surface place that somebody can place in the middle of 20,000 at least? Like, damn, bro, I ended
mean-
up being 100. Can I get a complimentary or something?
So if you
Jesus.
if you're 100, you get a hat. Right.
Okay.
So the top 10% of men and top 10% of women, they all get hats.
Okay.
So you get that,
It's real hard.
right? And then everybody gets a place. You just don't get top 100 place if you don't.
So
–
who won today?
I don't know. I ain't
But it's
gonna lie to
ways you probably can look up.
Oh yeah. So I believe they have a website.
You think
called-
they from here?
Absolutely not.
That's what I was going to ask
Absolutely
you.
not.
If they won that race today, they are not from Jacksonville.
More than likely, they're not from Jacksonville. And not saying Jacksonville can't do it, but more so because the guy that won it last year was not from Jacksonville, and I believe the year before that.
Can we say that he was probably from another country?
Absolutely.
They're runners.
We runners too. They
Right.
just different.
But listen, they run
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
So that's like them going to the store or something. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what?
20,000
When you put
people
it like
run. That's second nature. They do
I
that.
said, go
Yeah.
into the
You
store.
know what I'm saying? Like they competing with live wild animals
Yeah.
instead of us. So I know they outrunning us, and they capacity probably just come on, bro. They
It's,
Hey, man.
the lung
you
capacity.
know I had to
has
slide one in.
The lung capacity has to be crazy. Like when I run, I realize my legs aren't tired. It's my lungs that are.
Man, the
tearing
air
me
there
up.
is different. They
Oh
breathe
my-
in a different air there.
Yeah.
So just for them to get here, they was like, "Oh, this is nothing."
This is nothing. They probably got here and was like, oh, thought it'd be hotter than this. Like,
right.
what?
This is AC for them. And you were saying it was hot.
Man, it was.
That's what I'm
steaming.
saying. They different conditions.
Yeah.
The air different. It's just extremely hot there. We probably couldn't even walk, even with gym shorts and a tank on, and be like, bro, it's still hot.
I'm not
How
gonna-
they doing this? And they get out here and they was like, oh, this a breeze. I'm finna go.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. With it being 9.3, I'm in my head. I'm like, okay, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
At 4, I said I'm about to die. When I was at mile 1, I was sweating really hard. That's when I knew. I said it's not gonna be a good race. It's not gonna be a good race. And I had just did the Donna. I did the Donna 5K that Saturday and the half marathon that
So
Sunday.
between the two, which would you say was the longest time period of a race?
down and half marathon.
And what area was that?
That's it was on beachside. It was 20 degrees, but it felt like 15.
Okay, that's when it was cold. Like when the city was like on ice.
Yes. So cold that if there's water on the ground,
right.
You know, we typically point so that people know, hey, don't step here.
Right.
Because you
was it like black ice out there too?
Not necessarily black ice, but I mean it's on concrete. So I mean, but either way, you don't want to step on ice when you're running anyway, right? But that race, 13.1 miles, whew. And I think by the time I ended the race, it might have been 25 degrees.
See, that was those days when it was just so cold in Jacksonville. Like I was checking the mail and going to the take the trash out, and it was like feeling like, I think it said 24, but it was feeling like 15 out there, like you said. Like
you couldn't have been in Jacks.
Yeah.
You was in Jacks 15?
It felt like 15. You remember when I was telling you it kind of snowed?
Ooh. Oh, you know what? Okay.
It was frozen. I don't know if we was getting the backlash of that other storm that they were saying. Bro, it was cold in the Ville. I had my mink on when I went in.
It was cold in the Ville.
You know, I had the Frank Lucas out on them. I had the fur. You feel me?
I had to bust it out on one time.
Definitely. But okay, either way it go, it was conditions to where you had to master that.
Yes.
And even if you was doing it just to be in a fit situation and stay healthy, you still had a goal in mind.
Yes. And I think it's imperative that if you are, running in any kind of conditions, that you're training in those conditions too, right? So I haven't had many runs in the heat. So I get out there and I'm thinking, oh, we're going to be good, right? Not thinking, I just ran in 40 and 50 degree weather. It's like 80 right now. It's like 85. So it's like, ooh.
So what you say is easier weather to run in, if it's any? Cold or the heat?
I would say, I wouldn't even say cold or heat. I would say 70 degrees with a breeze. With the breeze. That breeze, oh man, that was.
Would you run in the snow?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nope. Breeze, no breeze. Sun, no sun. Moonlight, no. Nope, I'm good. I'll cheer you on, but I'm not running in the snow.
So where can the people go and log on and hear some of the poems or music that you have at the time?
So currently we have a website where we're still trying to get the kinks and stuff out of. The website is recordsandvibes.com. In the meantime, in between time, you can go to my IG page, which is 1192 Chris. That's 1192 CHRIS. You can go to the IG page, that's records_and, like the letter N _vibes. And then also go to Westerniverse, right? Go to Westerniverse, that's WHATSINA _VERSE. I know I said that kind of fast. And then also I want to show some love to Runners Elite. Go to the Runners Elite page. That page, that group, that family is for all levels of running, right? It's not just for your fast runners. It's not for your slow runners. It's not for your walkers. It's for everybody, right? If you run at a 20-minute pace, we got people that do that. If you run at a 6-minute pace, we got people that do that, right? But it's important that you get out there and get active, man. I mean, one thing about it, we can't reverse time, and we got to try to stay as healthy as we can, right?
So when is the next race? I'm gonna try to come down there, with the podcast and do my Brian Gumble.
He said my Brian.
Try to run with the mic, be live with the people,
I mean, so we do group runs. We do something called Monday Night Raw. That's for like your speed demons.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hey,
we about to pull up.
Yeah, that's Monday Night Raw.
I
think different,
bro.
And then we have our Track Tuesdays. That's every other Tuesday. So that's when you're doing like speed training, but you're also working out as well. And then we have Sunday group runs. Those are, I believe, at the YMCA, the Winston YMCA. I know there's some other running events that we typically do, but I'm drawing a blank right now. But those are the main three I know that we do for sure.
So do you have any like shows coming up?
Oh man,
recent.
Records and Vibes. So aside from Westerniverse that occurs every single Monday, and it's at 999's 2426 East Beaver Street, I believe. That's every single Monday. The list opens up at 7:30. Show starts at 8. Some of the stuff that I have in the works right now. So we just did Real Talk Poetry Volume 2. We are working on Real Talk Poetry Volume 3. This one is going to be Women's Appreciation. So all the women that are in this showcase, they ain't playing no games. These are solid, and I mean solid poetry.
So you
poetry.
saying every Monday y'all finna be?
Well, no. So that's a different event. My event, my exclusive event is Real Talk Poetry. But if you are interested in doing some kind of spoken word, some kind of poetry, definitely come to What's 'n' and that's every Monday. But my event, we're working on, getting it together and stuff like that. I've reached out to the artists. All of the artists are on board, so we're good for that. We just got to get you guys a date. We got the venue. Literally, everything is falling in place. We're just trying to figure out when we want to do it.
Right.
And then I also have another event that's coming up, so stay tuned for this one as well. So it's called the Record Store Tour. All right.
Cool.
So essentially, what that is, we're taking people to different record stores around Jacksonville, and then our last
Like
record
we
store,
used to?
right? And our last record store will be in St. Augustine, and then from there we'll do the St. Augustine Distillery, we'll do City Gate Spirits, and we'll do the San Sebastian Winery.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely stay posted with that. I miss doing
course,
that. Like,
of course.
I used to be with a group that was with Jacksonville Library, and we had some kids, and we used to take them to the record stores and let them know that these certain people made these songs before they made them.
Yeah.
And that's how we let the young cats know that, hey, these songs ain't new
It's not
that
the
y'all
original.
hearing.
Yeah.
And this might be somebody, and then we'll have a person play it at the store, and he'd be like, that don't even sound like that. And then you listen to the song like, this is them. Like, you wouldn't even think that would come from that. So that's important.
That's an insane thing you say that too, because I have this conversation with a lot of people that think these songs are the original.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you do know that this song has been changed.
And I learn every day. I still learn. It's not like I know all of them. And
Yeah.
me DJing and producing, I just found out the So Fresh and So Clean. And I know people looking at me like, you idiot. But I did not know that was something else before that.
Oh yeah.
And it's so cold. Like the original for that. Dun, 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 dun. I'm like, what is you talking about?
Man, you'll be surprised, man.
Yeah, man.
You will be surprised.
You got to look back.
You have to, man.
That's the essence of it.
Yeah, I mean, but that kind of tells you how good a song is too, man.
Right.
Facts.
If it's sampled over and over and over.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. We was like, it matters which one they pick.
Yes.
In the algorithm today too, with how the song had an impact then, with how the Billboard reads it. I feel like they knew that song was a hit then, so they see it surface up a little bit with those same people that was a part of it, and it's gonna shoot up. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important to pick the right sample,
Yes.
even if you abstract and you're just going off base. But before we turn it all over to Blake, I want you to tell the people what's gonna keep you going, and to somebody who might feel like they can't.
I would say
What
one
would
thing
you tell
that's
them?
one thing that's gonna keep me going. Honestly, as long as I have that drive, right? As long as I feel like I'm making that impact, I'm good, man. Like I tell people, if I ever have an event, if I have one person, I've changed the world.
Right.
I've changed the world right there, because we all know how heavy an impact one person can make, right? But that's definitely something that I'm in that groove of, where if I have that one person that tells me, hey man, this is a great event, or I appreciate you inviting me, or hey, I had a great time, I won. I don't need 1,000. If I get that one,
Yeah, that's what matters.
satisfaction right there. And then I will also tell someone that, that feels like they can't, similar to the race today, right? Run it, right? Run that race. If at any point you feel like you need to walk. It's okay. Any motion forward is always a sign of success. Any motion forward. It's when you start to backtrack and you start going back, that's when you have your issues, right? I mean, yeah, it's okay to stop. It's okay to walk. You don't always have to run all the way through and hurt yourself, but just don't stop trying. And then for the people that feel like they can't, try it before you say you can't. Right?
That's the main thing.
That's the main thing.
Effort
man.
before you completely just shut down and say you can't.
I'm telling you, man, nothing beats failure like trying.
That's what it is. So just get the people your tags and wherever they can find you at. And
Yes. So again, I'm sorry, y'all. So my personal page, 1192 Chris, 1192 CHRIS. My business page, Records and Vibes. So that's records _ and the letter N _ vibes. You can also go to that website. It's recordsandvibes.com. Shout out to What's in the Verse, WHATSINA _ VERSE. Shout out to Runners Elite. I don't know the name off the top, but I know if you type in Runners Elite, you'll find everybody. And yeah, man, I appreciate it.
That's what's up, man. We're going to turn it over to Mr. Love Jones himself, the one and only Blake Neal. How you doing today, man?
Doing good, man. Before we get into me real quick, I just want to ask my brother a question real quick.
For sure.
Tell the people about like your beginning, like before you even got into poetry and where you at now, like with the What's in the Verse and Records and the Vibes, like.
So I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. When I was getting into poetry, and let's start there, and then we'll go back even further. When I was getting into poetry, I was going through like a bad heartbreak, right?
Oh.
So as men, we don't necessarily have those spaces where we can, talk about different things we got going on in our lives. We talk to our homeboys,
Right.
And sometimes we got the homeboys that be like, man, you got it, man. Just tighten up.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't need to hear that right now, but okay, let me do that. And I remember my friend, she was like, her name Tiara, shout out to Tiara, and my dog Daryl. Shout out to them. They were like, hey, write about it. So she was like, write a poem about it. So I wrote a poem. And she looked at it and, she was like, this shit's good. And I was like, thank you. I appreciate it. She's like, you got to read this. I'm good on reading it. It's a little traumatic. She was like, no, you're going to read this. So literally, went to What's in the Verse, read it. They loved it, right? So that influenced me and it encouraged me to keep writing. So I was writing 2 poems a week. But before then, this fool, I had been making music with Blake, and I watched Blake closely to just, perfect his craft. And I remember when he had the small, was it the board?
Yeah,
the small?
the hard disc multi-track.
Throwback.
Back in the day.
Talk about it.
When I tell you, boy, he recorded some, like, you ever heard the I forgot better stuff than y'all write?
Yeah.
He had some stuff on there that will go crazy, right? Like right now, will go
Right.
crazy. I don't know if you still have that thing or if you still remember the lyrics or
I
what.
still got it.
Boy,
Still got the machine.
hey, listen, that thing was no joke. I'm talking about he had that, he had the CD, ready to go. He didn't need a bunch of stuff. He was ready to go. I gotta swing it back to you, bro, because you gotta talk about those humble beginnings, bro. Like, we came from humble beginnings.
Who are you? There's so much talk, but you a native.
Yeah.
The beginning of it.
Alright, so I like how he put that together. I just wanted him to start that.
Yeah, that's full circle.
Yeah, man.
Who are you though? Who are you? Because they don't act like they don't know who you are. They already know who you are, but who are you?
Get a sip of water real quick.
Oh man, it's deep.
Alright, for those that don't know, I'm Blake Neal, Mr. Love Jones, aka Itachi Skywalker. We're gonna get into that. The beginning. We talking about back when we was in our youth. BTD era and stuff. Like stuff back when we was teenagers, high school. That was the beginning. Selling mixtapes out of the locker in the candy box.
Man, come on.
Selling candy. Hustling. Using music as an outlet when our fathers weren't there. So, and all of us coming together, becoming brothers, more than friends, and just growing, becoming man.
Yeah.
That was BTD. That was Brothers Till Death. That was chasing your dreams, being a big time dreamer. That was what we was building. That was our team, and we did all that music, recorded it on a hard disc, multi-track recorder. I learned that from my uncles, Maurice, Dennis, James, people you grew up with.
Yeah. Legends
Legends in the city.
Yeah, because I don't think a lot of people know, like, you not just artist, like, you low-key or a producer,
Yeah.
an engineer,
Producer, engineer,
you know, an editor.
editor,
Like it's so many hats. It's
executive
like
producer.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hats. Artist, writer.
so there got to be a lot of pressure on you.
I mean, when I got older, I just really wanted to focus on being a. Chris noticed. I just wanted to focus on being an artist.
Right.
If I go back to the BTD era, that kind of probably like ended. Probably like I'm gonna say before we got out of high school, maybe like before we started college,
Yeah,
because
I think all of us going into college, you know,
Yeah.
the responsibilities kind of
the
shifted.
responsibility shifted. He was going to JU, and you know we was going to FSCJ, and you know everybody was grinding, doing their own thing. But you know, I think at that time we just wanted to focus on like being a group. So aside from just being a label, being a team, having a movement called BTD, we all were grown. We was adults now.
Yeah.
Right.
So now I never came and our voices matured.
Yeah.
Mind you, everybody can sing and rap.
Mm-hmm.
So that alone was already a plus. I think by the time we was 19 years old, JW, his aunt's best friend, he came all the way from Atlanta. He did an event here in Jacksonville for somebody opening up for Pretty Ricky, meeting Pretty Ricky. Okay, so they brought a group there. They weren't a part of the competition. We thought these guys won and they was a part of the competition. We won the whole thing.
Oh, that's dope.
So it's just,
And how old were you?
I think we was like 19, maybe 20.
Maybe.
I think it was like 19, 20 years old.
Hot minute.
Is this low cut?
Yeah, this low cut.
Yeah.
This low cut. This is like when we was in college, and you go from that and, you know, Chris continuing with school and, you know, prospering with that, graduating, and then my brother Corey, him continuing with his school and everything that he was trying to do, even in the midst of becoming a father, and that he still was producing. Mind you, this is the guy that was with me probably from anytime I was home recording music, Corey was there.
Tell me.
If I was at their house, I'm there, me and Corey working on something out and bought the board over there, we working.
Yeah, because I say they got to understand it's different when you waking up in your studio.
Yeah, you waking up.
Yes.
And your studio's right there.
It's
When you,
right there.
Like
there.
you get a thought and you
They roll over.
wake
man.
up
Yeah, we
and drop
just-
this. I miss them days, man.
Nah, that was
That's
the
a different
beginning.
monster, man. When you live inside of your studio.
That was the
Absolutely.
beginning, and just the now, like I said, not going from Now Never, and then you know, in the midst of Now Never, we met one of my old classmates. He had a collection called Fathom Spill, and you just
I remember
taking all these people from different sides of the city, and that all do these different creative arts, and you know, playing guitar. We had a saxophonist, we had a congo player, we had a tuba player, we had a bass player, a cello player,
Like a
violin
coalition.
player, like. And then you
Let's
have
bring
all
that
these
back.
vocalists and
No,
rappers
for real.
and
Like for real, like I always
different-
talk about that. We need that back. It's like a collective.
Oh yeah.
like the collective was it kind of reminds you of a Universal Dungeon family.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
So, and that's what we was on. And we all was in our youth. We weren't even in our prime. Like you got Josh that's producing and all
man.
these other producers.
The man.
And Josh really, I'm gonna be honest with you, he probably was the person. Shout out Josh Pierre. He probably was the person that helped me find my, like really like hone in on my sound within my voice. I'm gonna say, cause people would be like, "Oh, you sound like," and then my brother would tell you. I think the Now Never BTD, all of that, I was trying to find myself as an artist. That's like even in high school, people be like, "Oh, you sound like Pleasure."
Right.
Oh, then I got, and Now I Never, he sound like Usher, he sound like Donnell
Yeah.
Jones, he sound like this person, you know, everybody gonna sound like somebody that they were inspired
Yeah.
by, but when
Yeah.
you find
Your
your
niche.
tone and
you-
your niche,
Oh,
I
man.
think
That's when it's different
Josh,
bag.
Josh, he helped with that, and I think right before I went to the service, this is when we get to, I think I really started finding myself and really experimenting. Like, okay, what's Blake demographic? What's Blake's audience? What's Blake's sound? What can Blake do if he's pushed to the grips of, oh, we need this type of song? You know, I needed to know.
Exactly.
And being that I did it without a computer and having to go in there and you got to do everything right. Each take you do and not miss nothing. And if you do, you probably can only cut it up so many times because we don't got a computer.
Right.
You got to do everything right, like back in the day, like Motown and how Temptations, David Ruffin, and Stevie Wonder and them, they had the little tape thing. But the thing is, we ain't have that. We just had the tracks, and you press that thing go red. That makes
See, that's why I feel like each of us was trained because you remember the 4-track and the 8-track we used to have to use. I'm putting the tape in here to catch that vocal. Then if I mess up, I got to get another tape, find that part. Then if I want to ad-lib, I got another tape. He was like, what is that? It's nothing on there but you. I said, that's my ad-libs. I got to convert that over. Like, it was really a puzzle. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the old engineers that in their mama closet or bathroom, bro, that was putting tapes and 4-tracks in there.
Incredible
Like,
patience, man.
they don't really understand how good they got it now with all of this AI technology with the mixing and stuff like that. We had to really get it.
But shout out to the producers and the mixers and the masters too, because I've watched some of these people do their job, and the speed that they do this at, I just know me. It would take me a hot minute to try to start that back over.
And it's just like
that's why I want to be artist
impeccable.
now.
And I want to give a big shout out to one of the rawest engineers I know. Mav made it happen.
Oh yeah,
like,
for sure.
Strategic surgery in there with that. You get what I'm saying? The sound of how he, recorded the first Love Jones. It's just it's classic. It's just not
even the songs from Calm Before the Storm. You got songs from Calm Before the Storm. You got How He Helped on Heart of a Lion. You got Mav got his hands in so much.
Yeah, he got a different
even the visuals. And
I gotta give him his flowers too, man, because as somebody that press Blake every single time I try to get on Apple Music and play Love Jones and it's not on there.
Right.
And I get mad too.
Yeah, we gotta talk about it. Yeah.
I get mad at that.
But it's something bigger coming, right?
Oh yeah, that's why I say let me go back into this storyline real quick for y'all. I ain't gonna mess y'all up.
Oh no, dip into it.
So we got Josh, we got Fathom Spill. So Fathom Spill, we a part of it. I think this is around maybe like 2012. Okay, Chris is at JU still. We in college. The first 1's Spark in Jacksonville.
Oh man.
We did that 1's Spark. We didn't know we was gonna win the music portion and then win the whole event.
What year was this?
2013 or 14, I think. This was right before I went to the Marine Corps.
This is around the year I met you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because I think my first appearance at the Lyricist Live was, shouts out Mal Jones. My first appearance at the Lyricist Live was 2011. We was fresh out of high school. I was going into college. We had just started because I think me and Chris, we graduated, we was already 19 or going to be 19.
Going to be 19, yeah.
Yeah, so.
And for the people, what school did you graduate from?
I graduated from Lee,
Okay.
I went to Balt 1 year, that's my home school because I am a North Side baby. Shouts out to the North, you already know what it is.
Oh yeah, it's always North Side, baby.
Back to the storyline again. So we won 1's Spark. We go from there. I started training to go into the military. A couple of my friends started passing. I just wanted a little different. Chris know how serious this is. When I graduated high school, a guy that we all knew, Jezreel, he committed suicide. So you got to think, even with the mental health, and I stress this to everybody, even outside the military, even me being a veteran now, the mental health, even back then, I didn't see it. I didn't see how serious it was. For somebody to kill themselves before we graduate, that you gotta think everybody that graduated that year in that class, they still remember that to this day, probably. I'm for sure they do.
Yeah, and on that note, I want to say rest in power, Lil Papa.
Yeah, rest in
his
power.
funeral service was today, man.
That's another mental health, depression situation, and I'm gonna just leave that there and just say, prayers to his family.
Exactly.
And
Absolutely.
so we're going forward that. We one spark. I'm going to the military. I met a guy in there named McKnight. We built the brand called Imba Underground off of my grandfather's quote, "Time waits for no one." And with that quote, we tried to push for sparking the flame of the multiple generations to come, past, present, and future, because we learned from the past, and in the present, we're pushing the envelope to touch the universe in so many different creative ways, whether we was talking about fitness, whether we was talking about painting, it was people doing poetry, spoken word, rapping, even some of our people that we just connected with in the service were just helping just with building the brand and promoting and pushing just the positivity of what we had going on. And meeting somebody that is from New Orleans to have somewhat the same drive and ambition as me, coming from Jacksonville, Florida, and having somewhat a similar sound where we meshed so good. That first album, Time Waits for No One, like, it will always be cemented. And then that was like 2015, 2016. I went to the field for like 4 months. You know, in the Marine Corps, you're gonna go to the field, you're gonna go out. He had crashed, his computer crashed, and I remember we had to drop 9 songs. We had like a week. We recorded these songs in a week, 9 songs. Mixed them, mastered them, put it out. We didn't have none of our old music. Luckily, I had everything on the external drive.
The good old trusted, old faithful.
So we put the window change out. Because I make music fast and I don't write a lot of my stuff down, he chose for me to put out my project first, so we put out Calm Before the Storm. After that, we was gonna put Jackie 42, but shouts out, Jackie 42, we go by 40 from the LO now. 40 was supposed to put out his mixtape, because I was teaching him what I learned watching Maybach Music, Rock Nation, Cash Money, so many, Def Jam, just how you put your artist, Nip, even the way Nipsey moved, like how you construct the project, how you put your
I
artist
feel like
together.
that's interesting, because it's like what I'm hearing is, and I didn't think about it just knowing you, it's like while you were in the service, you were still structuring your whole music career single-handedly, because it's like from the time frame when I met him, right? And I didn't know particularly that he went back, but you know, I had heard, so I didn't know when he was permanently back, because that almost seemed like it was off and on, but he was still heard musically. Like I would catch the freestyle videos. So sometimes when you put him back up, I remember he was in a whole nother country, yo, and still like connecting the pieces for the music here.
And that's the crazy part.
Way in Tokyo, bro.
Cause I remember, I think you hit me up one day, and you were like, "Hey, bruh, check out this album," and it was either Winds of Change or Calm Before the Storm, but it had 2 a.m. and OK on it.
Nah, that's Wind of Change. So that was right after the computer crash. So we dropped Wind of Change. Mind you, I had that MacBook. I bought a MacBook as soon as I got out there, like 2 months after. And so I was learning how to use Logic Pro. I already knew how to use Fruity Loops because I taught Corey how to use Fruity Loops. So I had Fruity Loops, I had Logic Pro. I'm recording mixtapes also so I can keep my sword sharp in my mind. So it's like, and I'm out here, I'm able to see stuff that I've never seen. You taking somebody from Jacksonville, Florida, Duval, all the way to Okinawa, Japan. I'm able to go to Tokyo, Osaka, Kawasaki, anywhere I want to go in Asia. I done been to Philippines, saw a little bit of Africa, Australia, even when we got on the mule in the ships. So it's just, to see it, it's a sacrifice being away from my family for 5 years, but to be over there and make that music with Ignite, and even with me bringing up his name, I can't say his name without saying this. Just recently I went to Chicago and got news, you know, I'm gonna just say rest in heaven, brother. 'Cause again, another mental health situation. He took himself out, so you know, I dedicate everything I'm doing now to, you know, him and all the ones that was a part of Imba Underground, even some of the other ones that's gone, you know, to the same thing. So as I go back into that story, you know, we kept pushing. We met Soak, which he go by Big Soak now, because 40 was gone on training. We pushed for Soak to put out his first project, and Category 5 is crazy because 2016, a Category 5 storm was going on in Jackson.
Yes, it was, sir.
I think that was Irma?
I don't remember the
I
name.
don't think it was Irma.
Or Matthew?
I think that was Matthew because
Yeah.
I was on the south side for that.
So I'm saying, like,
Everything
it's
shut
just
down.
how the universe worked. And them boys, they took my pain and what I was going through and ran with it. Ignite put out Past the Limit 2, a project that he did before he got in the military, saying like I did Intermittent Visions. And then 2017 came, we kept pushing the envelope, and me and Ignite knew we were leaving the island. 3 years on island, and we're leaving. We both going to North Carolina. We don't know what we was gonna do. So I came up with the idea. I had some beats, and I pulled Jackie and Soap together, and we put out Whirlpool. 10 tracks, same way, kind of how me and Ignite had the Russian dude When to Change, but this time it wasn't rush. We took our time. We had a visual, shot a crazy, amazing visual on the beach.
Okay,
For
yeah.
everybody to
That's
remember.
I like that
That's
video.
something they can always
Did
remember.
you say some people got in trouble?
Oh yeah, see now, I'm gonna say this. In Japan, in the military, there's a curfew. You can't be out past 12 a.m. So, I mean, I can say it now. I was out past 12 a.m. I was out past 2, I was out past 3. Once, you know, things started getting very entertaining and promising.
What time did y'all shoot?
Get You Right?
Yeah.
Get You Right was during the day, but the night scene, maybe like 2 in the morning. Shouts out to Dot.
So that's how I connected to the 2 a.m. and
Yeah, so
okay.
it's like I still wanted
That's
to
my
still
song.
keep that
Yeah, for real.
nostalgia of like, dang, how they doing this? Like, who are they? Like, we in the underground. We a dimming light that comes from the underground. But we are joining forces of so many flames to where the flame gonna be so bigger to where you don't have no choice but to see us.
Exactly.
That flame ain't going out.
I got a question for you, because we just mentioned 2 a.m. and OK, right? Because 2 a.m. and OK, that was the first song when I was like, he making music overseas.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
cool.
When I saw the video, I felt it.
Yeah, the production behind the song, the video, I was
Shouts
like,
out
this
to
is solid.
Timberland too. That's a Timberland sample that roll call.
Yeah, I was like, this is solid.
For one of y'all.
But my
It is.
Uh-huh.
Same thing we were saying about samples. Like that just went over my head to think about it when he said it. Like that is that.
But one of the things I want to ask, because you brought up that y'all had a curfew at 12, right? And that was in Okinawa as well, right? So,
That's why 2 a.m. in Nokia is so memorable.
okay, because so now it's kind of like a joke a little bit, because now we all in on the joke, like, you ain't supposed to be out at 2
You ain't
a.m.
even supposed to be out there.
Okay.
I was a
That's-
Lance Corporal. I was not supposed to be out there.
So is it like nobody's out?
Nah, if you a staff NCO and you got a certain card, yes. But I had a red card.
You hadn't hit there yet.
I was not gonna hit that while I was there.
And how were you able to not get in any trouble for that?
I'm from Duval. When you know people and you
Yeah,
just figure out,
yeah.
you figure out the
That's
system
that.
and the
That's that
situation.
something.
I
Yeah.
ain't mad at it.
That's that Duval effect.
You
For you
don't-
to bring, like when y'all was walking down, like it was some real deal Fast and Furious looking shit. Like
Yeah.
for you to bring Duval all the way overseas, like that was a big look, bro.
Boy, because I watched
think
that
a lot
video
of them know.
a lot.
I think that Ember Underground era really like help profound or put a certain good stain on my name.
Yeah.
Stamp. Because same way y'all said, I was overseas, but it's like everybody home, everybody in the States was
We thought
watching.
you were here, bro.
Oh yeah,
Your
felt like you were
presence
here.
were
Everybody
here.
was
Yeah.
watching.
It was here.
And I remember that feeling when I came back to North Carolina. I remember one guy told me, he said, "You ain't in Japan no more." And it made me turn up even more. So then we got Soul Session. They didn't even know Soul Session 2 was about to drop right after Whirlpool. And I recorded that all on my own every time I got out of the field. I would come in my room, order me some Popeyes, get in there, record something, get my whole team to come in, even if they're talking. Like I said, they talking, they want to be a part of it. So that's like, you got Neighborhood on there, you got T, you got Diesel. Rest in peace, Diesel. My brother, Otto, I love you, man. Rest in heaven, brother. You got him on there talking and, you know, just saying like, you know, how I did a mixtape release party. I put out all this food for everybody and people just walking up getting the food, but they wasn't staying the whole time to listen to the music.
Oh.
I didn't really care about that portion. It was more so, okay, they came.
Yeah.
You know?
Feel that.
Same what my brother said.
Yeah.
They showed up, but they didn't have to stay for the whole thing, because then we took everything inside. We had a DJ Primetime. Shouts out to DJ Primetime. Actually, DJ Primetime played a major role in us even getting some of the looks that we got in Japan.
Right.
Because we took his team and my team. He was a supply clerk. I was a supply clerk. And that was my MOS in the Marine Corps.
Oh, okay.
And it just, like I said, it's God, because we both supply, so we was gonna run into each other.
Right.
Right. It was everything
And he
lined
was
up.
like, so you the guy.
He heard about you.
He heard about it.
That's
My
how.
sergeant hooked it up and said, yeah, that's Neil. That's Blake. He said, that's Blake Neil. That's him right there.
Yeah.
He said, okay. All right, so we in there, I'm working. He said, man, all right, man, screw this work, man. Our team should join forces together. After that,
It's a wrap.
The
it
rap.
was a wrap. So shouts out to Prime Time for that. You know, you connected me and everybody with so many people, and I gotta say this, it was really just gonna be a two-man duo, because Ignite originally didn't want a whole bunch of members, but I said, I've been through this before with my brothers, where it was just us
Yeah.
trying to set up stuff and it being so hard. Like, we needed a team. And I've watched so many people's A Day in the Lives, Bow Wow's, Currency, Wiz. I'm watching them. Me and my brother Corey at my house, even Chris, like, we watching them on YouTube,
Studying.
like, watching the stuff. And I'm like, dang, bro, like, so we got to keep the people engaged. Luckily, Snapchat had just came out. You know, back then, I was
You
putting
a wizard
everything
on there.
Snapchat.
You are a wizard on
Everything.
there. The graphics and stuff you be doing on there, like, it's crazy.
And with Snapchat, you can capture the making of. You can capture when you're making a song. You can capture when you're in the studio, like even now today with Mav. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna speed this up. So 2017, Whirlpool, Soul Searcher 2. We got North Carolina. Me and Ignite really don't know what it's gonna do. I got 2 projects out. His birthday is in January. He said, you know what? I think I wanna do a project. I said, okay, let me know when you're ready. I go to the field for 3 months, go on a boat, come back. He got 6 songs
Already.
I didn't disapprove none of them. I liked every one of them. I had some beats. Gave him a folder. I think it was like 50 of them in there. I think he had like 5, maybe 6 beats. Because I helped, like I said, executive produce, like
Right.
constructing the album, putting it together. Chris know.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
We've been doing this since we was like 13, 14
it's
years
been a minute
old.
you've been doing your thing in the city, and they just know you in the city sometimes for singing. They don't know that you arranged
Yeah.
albums and produced albums.
Oh yeah, matter of fact, we gonna get to that too. We
Right,
gonna get to
right.
too. So 2017, he drops Lucid Vibes. I had a song on there I came up with in Japan. I did not know everybody would even really like, because it was still the same sound as Higher, and I didn't think everybody was gonna like Higher.
Really?
Ignite told me to film a video for Higher in 2018 after we filmed Forevermore. He said, I want to come to Jacksonville to see Jacksonville. We drove down from North Carolina.
So he's in that video.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So-
Okay. I think you pointed him out.
Yeah, so we in there, we shot the video. Fast forward, I want to drop a project. Me and him kind of had a falling out, which is where Underground kind of like took a halt. But we all still stayed connected, you know, from afar, because at that time, everybody was getting out of the service. So
So where
I'm
did you
in
record Higher at?
I recorded Higher. It was on the original Calm Before the Storm. We recorded it in Ignite's room. Most of the music that y'all hear on Time Waits for Knowing, When to Change, or Category 5, any of 40 from the LO's old material.
Oh, so
or
that was
Ignite.
dropped in
All
y'all
of that
circle.
is dropped in our dorm rooms.
That's
Like
crazy.
not a
It's-
dorm room, but a bit. Like think of a dorm, college dorm, but smaller than that in a barracks room.
Shout out to y'all though. It's good mixing on there. Like you gotta understand, I've played those songs in like a real setting, like
All on
real
Fruity,
deal
all on
speakers.
Fruity Loops too.
That's crazy, man.
All on Fruity
At
Loops.
FL, bro.
So we get to 2018, where we're coming up to almost close to where we are now. I'm at a point where, so there's no more Ember Underground. What am I gonna do? And I'm about to be back home. I'm getting out of the service January 19th, 2019. I'm on leave for 35 days. I come home, that's why you say it seemed like I was back and forth. Now that I was in the States, I could come back and forth as long as I was within 442 miles of North Carolina, Jacksonville. I left the real Jacksonville and went to the fake Jacksonville.
Okay.
But it's okay.
Didn't know it was one of those.
So I revamped myself. I was already recording some songs in Ignite's Barrack Room in North Carolina, which included Wet and Ready, 7 years, which I made about my girl at the time. Pumpkin Cake, which is a cake that she used to bake, and I turned that into a song of intimacy. Lisa Bonet music I recorded on Logic. Twisted came from the Time Waits for No One album, and I just think I needed a hyper song, and I wanted to just still showcase me and Ignite's sound. So I kept that, and Forevermore was originally supposed to be on my album, and I gave it to Ignite for his project.
And it's all 26, right?
This all 20. This is the 26 project.
Okay.
26 project was to revamp Blake Mill as a, I want to say, solo, adult, mature artist, and that's what it did. When you look at Forevermore, it looks mature. You listen to Higher, it sound, all of it is feel good music. It's not mainly turn up, but it's feel good music. It makes you feel good, and then the emotion that I'm putting in the 26, just with 7 songs, made you want to replay it again.
But you know what's crazy too? So you talked about, you know, obviously us maturing and stuff. I can hear the mature from listening to your early stuff and then listening to 26, because 26 is one of my favorite albums too. I can hear the maturity not only in the vocals that you put on there, but the lyricism as well. Right, the production behind it and everything. So it's surprising that you did this in barracks, right? Because it's like, it don't sound like it.
And that's what I told him. It's almost like a layout. It's a connected story. So it's like the story starts with the mixtapes when you was just trying to stay sharp, coming up to the projects where you still did rap and vocals, coming up to the all vocal track albums.
So with that, he said 26. 26 came out December 11, 2018. I think I had just turned 26. That's why I named it 26. So then you go, we get to me coming back. I think I recorded, matter of fact, I recorded Wet and Ready myself. I let 2-4, shouts out to 2-4 So Dope, 24K. He started my recordings coming back home. Shouts out to Mizzy Raw. That is our brother that
Big shout out to Mizzy.
put me on 24K. That's my little bro Mizzy, man. Since he was 16, 17 years old, I love that man. So, and that is a iconic, dope, good-spirited, genuine artist in this city. Like,
Absolutely.
and I don't think people really understand Lil Bro's spirit and how much he put so much on his back, like, and how much he pushes. That's why I say, man, shouts out to Mizzy Raw, bro. Shouts out to Mizzy Raw, because without Mizzy, y'all wouldn't have got Wet and Ready. Y'all wouldn't have got a lot of the songs y'all got on Heart of a Line, because without 2-4, without me meeting 2-4, without Mizzy putting me on the 2-4, we don't get Heart of a Line. We don't get Wet and Ready. We don't get those mixes. So shouts out to Mizzy Raw, man. That's behind the scenes. A lot of people don't know that.
So when did you permanently return?
I permanently
Jacksonville?
returned January 19, 2019. From there, I think later on in the 2019s, I started connecting back with Mav, and this is where Heart of a Line really got summed up because it's like I wanted to put out an album, but I couldn't put out an album because me and Ignite had to falling out.
Right.
So I just dropped the EP. The EP, surprisingly, I didn't know it was gonna hit people like that because something everybody always say, they love my iconic covers. So I think the cover of 26 just lured everybody so much into gravitating to it. And it was mainly an R&B project, which is something everybody kept asking me for. You know, I always coincide the hip hop and the R&B, but I focus mainly on being smooth and letting people hear my voice. And I know people still wanted that. So, but also at the same time, they still, you gotta remember in the military, I'm freestyling. You gotta go all the way back to even the art walks to anytime I pulled up in the city and just dropped a crazy freestyle. People like me singing and then rapping.
Right.
So that's where Heart of a Lion comes in. I wanted to drop Sagittarius 2. My pop said you can't drop Sagittarius 2. And it's not December. So
I get it.
So my
It
mom,
makes sense.
So my mom, she
Okay, I
said, you
get
know
it.
what, Blake, you are the heart of a lion. You're a leader. Everybody flock. He was like, she would say, ever since you was a kid, everybody always flocked to you because of your spirit and your heart. She was like, so you gotta zone in on that and understand that you may not be a Leo, but I'm a Leo, and you are my heart. You're the heart of a lion.
That's raw.
So
Mom dudes low key spitting
That's why y'all-
bars.
Drop the ball on your head
Like,
and
like
just walk
listen,
away.
that's
and
why
just
y'all
walked
got,
off.
That's why y'all got that project. So shouts out to everybody that was involved in that. You know, 2-4 recorded, bounced that, and majority of the music on there. Mav helped with the late mixes and the masterings, and then that gets us into where we are now because I had to revamp myself even more because I feel like people didn't really show a lot of, at least the states didn't know really the impact of Calm Before the Storm and the music that's on there. So I re-released it during COVID time. And I had a few songs that were very impactful and speaking on what was going on at the time. Kings
And we
Killing
talking about Calm
Kings.
Reloaded.
Yeah, Calm Reloaded.
I think that's when I was introduced to it all the
Yeah.
way, and we was
We was
linking,
sitting in
and
the
I was
car,
like, it
we
was just
coming up
like
with the
when
track
I
list.
heard those songs, I was like, it gave me a new respect for him, bro. Because you got to think about it. I had to just met him prior, what it was like,
2013,
Right.
2014.
just on some, you know,
The
all this
progression is so
freestyle.
fast, though.
And it's crazy because I'm trying to figure out how we get from the 26, the Heart of the Lion, to that aspect of how Love Jones even sound.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Well, I see
wanting you
we
to.
had that,
That's why I was
that calm helped.
right. I was
Getting deep in the calm.
The
gave me
transition.
a break. You know, I started performing more. You know, different ways I was able to see what my voice can do. Performing, doing more live performances. Because calm, it was just older music re-released, and just mainly rapping and harmonizations. So you got songs like Brighter Day, The Chosen One, I'm Still Here, Kings Killing Kings, the Song For You remix, which was a video I recorded in 2018. So it's still, everything still gravitated, and you still had Higher, you still had all the songs that I recorded with Ignite, Soap, and 40, like classic turn up material, party material, stuff that still get played today, radio, mainstream, and all.
and so these songs and these projects, they still kind of incorporated the rap
Yeah.
vocal pattern. So my question is, when did you feel that it was transitioning to that sound that we hear on Love Jones, when it's no rapping,
Okay.
and it's just
I
smooth?
feel like there's specs with timing. Kiera too. If I think about Love Jones sound, you got Fiending for More from Soul Sessions 2. You got which Fiending for More is sampled in All Night on Love Jones.
And all of these projects are still streaming,
Still streaming,
correct?
yes.
So y'all make sure y'all go check
So-
out these Blake Neal projects. It's a
And
whole
a lot
story.
of things gonna be updated this month. It's gonna be a lot of old mixtapes and albums that will be on there now that the distribution company has a different contract that they have displayed to me, and I can really release anything I want. So y'all about to get a lot of Blake Neal music, a lot of original, old school, unreleased, and the new. But if we speed this up and we get to Calm Before the Storm, we got that COVID era, and so many people just kept asking me, where's the R&B?
I knew it.
I like 26 so much, but I just wish it was longer. I wish I had a full project of that. So with working on Calm, I was still recording R&B songs like Can't Let Go, an unreleased song called Mind, Body, and Soul.
So these was in the tuck before they even made it.
Sweet Lovin', All Night, I recorded in 2020. Same year as Calm. So many unreleased songs that we probably will get now. But recording all that music with Mav at Midst Therapy. Shout out to Rashard Taylor.
Yeah.
Rest in heaven,
Rest in
my
heaven.
brother. Rest in peace, OG. For
Definitely.
letting me come there and just really let the studio be my playground. And every time I got off of work, it wasn't a day I weren't in the studio. So that's why I say artists, every day, just keep your pen sharp, grind. If you notice something you love, you gotta really like work diligent every day in your craft, because talent is not gonna last you and be suffice in the end.
Right.
It's not. Talent is not the only thing that's gonna last. You have to build your skill every day.
Every day.
So-
Train it.
Train it every day. So with that R&B and performing, and I took everything and I tried to zone it into one. We got to somebody pushing me towards one of the young guys I know that my brother actually, him and my younger brother Corey went to school with. I Hayes. Name
Shout out to
came
I
up,
Hayes, man.
and he had already been asking me when I was overseas, bro, let's work. Got to North Carolina, let's work. Now I'm home, and I needed somebody that understood vocalization. Not just recording the perfect sound, but really zoning in on my vocals and making it a way that they hear R&B now, but still sounding like Blake Neal.
Right. And I ain't gonna lie, he has a very good niche for that.
Yeah. So
Vocalizations, like I Hayes do his thing.
shouts out to I Hayes.
Yeah, I gotta get him on here.
So we started working with I Hayes. Also, shout out to Mizzy Raw again for linking me with another guy. His name is Jared Sterling, Jay Sterling.
Jay Sterling.
He has 3 iconic songs that I feel like on Love Jones. He recorded for me in 2021 and 2022, which are, the first one was Lil Vibe, which we created on accident. This wasn't even recorded in the studio. We were
Beautiful
sitting
mistake.
at the board.
Beautiful mistake. Absolutely.
The microphone was right here, and he said, man, just, what you want to do? I said, let's just try it out. Like, I got a beat. He said, all right, I got a guitar, and I got keys. So he's playing the key of my voice on the piano. Then he grabbed the guitar, because he plays all instruments. And I'm recording Lil Vibe. First thing I say, come on. He said, hold on, I'm going to tweak something real quick. I'm going to turn something on. All he did was turn some reverb on. He said, I don't really need a lot, because this is the microphone that Michael recorded Thriller with.
Oh my God.
And so I was like, okay, yeah, we gotta
Wait a minute.
we gotta
See,
go.
that's why I'm glad I brought you on here so people could know the behind the scenes ins and outs. You telling me that the song Lil Vibe on the first
Every
Love
song I
Jones
recorded with Jay Sterling
was the same mic, that mic.
used for Thriller.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, so it's
It
not
makes
a
sense.
lot that he really had to do. So Lil Vibe was the first song, then we go and we got into For Show, which I really feel like intimacy wise, like slow R&B, that's my favorite song on Love Jones. And the way that he helped me, or let me, create it in this big old studio room, it's like just the microphones right there, and it's just me. And I know I was fresh off of work, it was wintertime, recorded this song. When I got done, he said, "Why did you hit those notes at the end like that?" I said, "I don't know, man. I just was trying to see what I could do, and the room is so open, I didn't have to be all on the microphone, so I could just let out." So that's why those notes sound so pure. And with that microphone, I just wanted to show, I think at that time I wanted to show people vocally where I was at. So that's why For Sure sounds how it sounds, and then What You Like, how fun and how creative we came up with that, it was amazing. So shout out to Jay Sterling. And as I'm talking about this, just talking about just the making of all those songs, which we get back to Mav. And my favorite song on my project is Can't Let Go. And
that's one of the ones.
Being that it wasn't really much he had to add or do to it, I created that song in my cousin's living room. He said, "Well, that's a Grammy right there." I said, "Man,
definitely.
I don't know, but I feel like every time somebody says something, they be
in.
like, it's a Grammy." But at the same time, that song, it came from a real place. Like,
exactly.
It was a real story. That's how I really felt. I feel like that song relates to all of the fallen or relationships that didn't last or that went bad, or breakups, and everything that I probably like went through emotionally. I think I could feel in that song. That's why it's like called Can't Let Go. Like,
and I believe it's gonna take time. I told you the whole project is, but this particular song that we talking about now, as the time goes by, like Wine, the strength of this song is gonna gain so much structure, because when your cousin heard it, that's why he was like, it's one of those songs when people know Grammy songs when we hear them. And I know they throw it out there like so much cliche, like, "Hey, yo, boy, that's a hit, that's a Grammy." But when we say it to you, particularly, we hear it. It's a song that's definitely a nomination for Lil Vibe and Can't Let Go.
Yeah, I think
when it's presented the right way.
I love Lil Vibe because we got a brother out here right now, Leon Thomas.
Right.
I feel like Lil Vibe was a song that's already catered to that genre and sound. It just, nobody...
Yeah, ain't it crazy that Mutt came out after
and then
that?
Mutt, and then he came out, and I'm like, dang, it's the same tune, it's the same everything, neo soul, and everything, the reverb, the lo-fi, the background, everything is all. I say, dang. I say, man, if only, you know, that's why you gotta go back to the drawing board. You gotta work on your marketing. You gotta work on your production. You gotta work on all of these things, and just really like say, like, dang, you know, okay. But even just the fact of how it touched everybody that's sitting here and the impact, you know. Even some of the artists, you know, shouts out to R&B King.
Shout out to R&B King.
He say, man, that song right there.
Yeah, that's the one.
That song right, he said, man, I don't know how you sung it that way or what. I said, man, I came up with it one time in the car. Most of my songs I came up with in the car, recorded it on Snap, and then I have it, and we go to the studio, we take it, we press it up. And
so with everything going on, I gotta ask you, what would be, to you, you would say the biggest thing that you had to overcome in all of this? Because it sounds like you've been pretty busy since 2014 to 2026, if you look back and think about it.
So, as everybody can see, Love Jones came out 2022. And this is when I get surreal and vulnerable and honest. Everybody goes through the things you go through in life. You know, you have stress, you got certain situations you put yourself in where you got to take accountability and responsibility. And I've put myself in certain positions where I had to sit down, and sometimes it wasn't even in my control of me sitting down. God sat me down. So I got myself in some trouble. I had to sit down for a little bit, do some probation things, and you know, we all go through it. Nobody's perfect.
Right.
You know, I believe in a higher power. You know, God knows and God sees all. And God knows me. He knows my heart. And if he feels like there's something that I need to change within myself, or if I'm not seeing it, and you know, he's all seeing, he sees it all. I gotta take that seat right now. And I had to take a step back, even still just performing but not creating, but having to change my ways of how I'm moving, or just being more responsible and professional, even in like my outings, because being in a service, I'm gonna just open up about this. You'll get that mentality of somewhat of invincibility, being a veteran, and you know, we party a lot. I would say the term in civilian terms would be party, but we do a lot of camaraderie things together, and trying to live that life out in the civilian world is real troublesome, and it'll get you in trouble. And I ran into that, and I had to change my ways and just focus on being better. That's why nobody has gotten a new single or album.
Right.
And you got to work on yourself to be better every day. You know, every day you wake up and look in the mirror, I feel like, in the words of Cat Williams, you got to be in tune with your star player. Don't nobody care about you. Except for nobody's gonna care about you more than you. Nobody's gonna go as far into depths for you like you. Except for maybe your moms or your close immediate family, but that's where I had to change and get to where I am now.
So what would you say is the biggest misunderstanding or misconception about Blake Neal?
I feel like I think people see the image and they don't see the character unless you like close to me or have a conversation. Cause you're Mr. Love Jones, you probably think, I don't know what's your first thought with
right.
Or you see me on stage. I've ran into it before where people be like, oh, look at I don't even know what sometimes they said. I just see, oh, look at
Yeah, you don't know what to look at them mean.
I don't know what that means, but I feel like, and I'm going to refer to Cat Williams again.
Right.
He say, you need haters.
You got to.
What are you complaining about? If you don't have haters, you're not doing something right.
Exactly.
So you need haters in your life. Haters fuel you to keep going. Haters fuel you to keep pushing, and it keeps you motivated. It may not be the inspiration. You can inspire from the things that inspire you, but motivating you to keep pushing is like, dang, okay. Even the people I'm aiming at, they're seeing me in a slow radius, but I got haters that see me right now, and I don't even know them.
Yeah, and that's what I was just saying. The streamline of haters that we have not ever met and probably won't ever meet is such a far range to the point where it's like they so microscopic till they hate us to a level like they'll never be that hater to let us know that they hating. They'll just be the specks of them. And even that's still good because it's like, damn, you hate me so much you don't even want me to see you hate me.
So if I say Love Jones, I feel like Love Jones was the project that set me up in a sense of cementing my sound and style, actually, because I feel like Love Jones is a style of R&B that, you know, we really don't even hear anymore right now. A lot of people not singing with soul.
No, it's robotic.
It's a lot of robotics and tune carrying people. A lot of my engineers, they like to still keep the purity of my voice. And
Shout
I
out
like
to them.
that. So
that
shouts
is the
out
essence.
to everybody that works on all my music, that ever worked on it, even the small specks of people who even just touched it for a sec. Like, y'all, everybody matters.
Absolutely.
So people just sending me stuff on email. Shouts out to Alex, A. to God. I'm pretty sure he don't go by that no more, but boy, me and you have made some amazing music from 2010 all the way to 2015 before I even ventured off in the underground. So shouts out to you. Man, this project in itself what it cemented for me is just even with it catering to the movie Love Jones, keeping that essence. And then people don't know, there's a sprinkle of Love Jones in each project that I had previously.
Yeah, I'm starting
Even
to
where
hear
it starts with Time Waits for Knowing, the Sweet Lady song. I have clips of Love Jones on there where he say romance. People have exhausted the ability of love.
Right. So this was forthcoming.
Yes.
You know, and I sensed that too when going back to Wet and Ready, going back to Kier, going back to those core R&B songs on these other projects. It was a walk down. It's a storyline in the middle of it. It was like, this is what's coming, and they didn't even know. I don't even know if, did you even know? Did it take you by surprise that it came out full circle?
When it,
these samples and
I'm gonna say when it revealed itself to me, I think I was still living on the north side. And this was like, I think towards the end of Calm, because I had already had these songs that I recorded with Mav and a couple of other engineers, and my thing was, do I press the gas and I do it now? And that's how Love Jones really like came about. I think doing those performances and being at Smoking Word.
that's what I was just gonna say when it was at
Shouts out to
Onyx.
Smoking Word when they were at Onyx and all the other places, even the beginning at Evil. So I feel like I played a real strong major part in
Absolutely.
that, building up that, and you know, just being around the creatives and being able to create, because I feel like music is therapeutic anyway. Creating is therapy anyway. And Love Jones, just having the movie for the marketing, being that it's one of my favorite movies, and then also, again, going back, captivating. I came up with that song, going to a venue that was like how it was in Love Jones, the pool table. You could smoke cigarettes down there. You got people speaking poetry.
So it was a different vibe.
The first time I went to the Cypher, shouts out to Chris Vega bringing me to the Cypher. That reminded me of Love Jones. So you gotta think, Love Jones come all the way back from the beginning of my career. So it's like, for me to even get to this level of myself, it just made sense. And then now, with me having to take that seat and not giving y'all music for 4 years and coming back with what I got for y'all now, I think it's perfect, because, you know, I ran into some stuff where financially the project had to get removed, because, again, I had to sit down due to the stuff that was going on in my life and certain things I couldn't take care of. But
so when can we expect this new project? It seemed like soon. Let the people know.
So, we've been in the lab,
Okay.
working. Shouts out to Mav, made it happen again. We got some visuals coming, a lot of photography, just a lot of drops, a lot of content. And man, 4 years of not having a full project, but still being able to cement myself, and be able to walk about freely, and still perform, and my name carry. I think that's a blessing even in itself, from God, and for people even still loving and supporting the movement of Blake Neal Music, Mr. Love Jones, who I am as an artist and everything. This project I had to get in now, even with all the losses from the recent years, and even just losing Ignite recently. I think I got a battery in my back and
Right. You charged up.
a lot on my back to really like push, because it's not too many, even in that team that I had, that are still pursuing and pushing. Everybody looks to me. They still look to me like how they looked to me back in the day. Like it's the same thing. So I'm on my feet now, and I'm ready to show people the full potential of Blake Neal. I still don't even think I showed everybody the full potential of Blake Neal. So with this deluxe, I'm bringing back classics. Releasing unreleased music.
New.
dropping new news. We bringing back the original project itself because it's not worldwide right now due to the situation.
Right.
But
And I just gotta let you know the same way your brother telling you,
Yeah.
we gotta get that back on streaming.
that's the one.
Because like I told you, when it first came out and I was still at the warehouse, I had a lot of people on it. I had the shit as a QR, they could link it, and it was Apple, it was Tidal, Pandora, it needed to get back on the ASAP. And that's just coming from somebody who loved the music, man, a fan of the music.
Trying to tell
And
you.
been following, ever since you put me on it.
I feel
And
like
it's just like it gotta get out there.
I appreciate that. I feel like this version of it though is gonna embody the essence from back in the day, from recording in my grandma's house, all me, him, my brothers, all of us being in the back and just really knowing that, okay, I really want to do this. Like I feel like that right now.
So
Because
this
it's
almost
even-
the Love Jones trilogy type.
Not even trilogy. It's gonna feel like that. But I'm taking a page out of Chris Brown's book,
Right.
and I feel like at the age 33 now, I've been doing this since I was a teenager. That's 20 plus, just almost 20 plus years, just about. And to put that much work and commitment into the game and have all this music and still have a host. I have something in the tuck right now that I really can't wait to really bestow onto the people after Love Jones.
So do we at least have a release date for the deluxe itself?
The deluxe right now we are looking at Friday, March 13th, but it's a possibility. We might do it March 20th, but you will be getting this album this month because this is the Love Jones month. Love Jones came out March 13th, universally worldwide. I believe the soundtrack was up around March 20th and March 11th. In the US, it was March 20th, I think March 11th. In the UK and internationally first. This is the Love Jones month.
Okay.
I'm giving y'all the album this month, and the deluxe. It will be a deluxe project that, like I said, will take basis of going through a journey of the original classics, unreleased music, new, and I feel like this is a version that how Love Jones was originally supposed to be presented, and I just can't wait for y'all to see. This is actually the beginning of a new era.
That's what's up. Before we get to the open flow discussions, man, I want you to let the people know where they can find your music at, your page, everything that involves Blake Neal, man. Go ahead and give them your tags.
Y'all can follow me at Blake Neal Music, and that will be on Facebook, Instagram, I believe Snapchat as well, TikTok, YouTube as well, but with spaces in between the Blake, the Neal, and the music. And then let me see, that's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, TikTok. I think that's all of them. And if y'all want to reach me for any business purposes, BLAKENEIL music@gmail.com. We are doing a lot of features and a lot of writing situations and parties this year because I'm open to working with writers and all different type of collaboratives that are interested in working with Blake Neal. This is the year. I'm telling y'all, this is a new beginning. I'm gonna drop this deluxe. And then I got another project that everybody been asking for that I can't wait to get y'all. So
That's what's up, man. Right now, I don't know how much time I got left, but
Way over hour, but don't worry about it.
yeah. But we're going to get into the open flow discussion part of the show where we just throw some topics out there and we just chime into it,
Okay.
Some I've been jotting down. People been giving me, little insights on that. I'm going to go to the first one is, our relationship harder now because of social media versus when we just was writing numbers on notebook papers and
You going first? on
beepers
this?
and
Yeah, you go first.
I'm gonna say there's a difference. because it depends on, I'm gonna say, your career path and your extracurricular activities. Me being an artist, I can go to work like the regular man and go home. Somebody that's in a relationship, if they're just going home, there's nothing to question. That reassurance is kind of already there, I feel like.
Right.
So there won't be no where you going, where you been at, and you gotta send no location because you already know where the person going. But I feel like also social media has a certain input when people get on there and vent. I feel like don't digest the vent. Listen to it. If you connect with it, you connect with it. But don't embody it. I think a lot of times people embody the vent or the expression of what somebody's doing and will take it and then soak it up and now it done pour it over into their day. Now it done messed up and kind of melted over into their relationship.
Yeah, and this actually goes deeper because not even just the regular relationships.
Yeah.
I mean, even friendship, family-wise, and all.
I think so.
It's energies.
I think social media does make it harder, but it makes it harder for the person that's not as confident in their relationships and their friendships. Okay, so what I mean by that is essentially social media gives people the impression that they have options.
Right.
Right. And the thing about it is sometimes that's not an option for you, right? That's just somebody that's just doing that because they want likes or they want attention, right? But most of the time, you know, you have this generation of people that believe they got options. If I ain't got you, I can go get somebody else, right? And they're thinking about this person over here that don't even know they exist, right? When it comes to friendships, you know, we're now in that day and age where we're taking the opinions of everybody,
right? And they post everything. And
they post everything. We think it's gold. Like, we're in that generation of we rather not communicate. We rather see what somebody else says, right? So what I mean by that is we can say something along the lines of, if your best friend didn't post you on your birthday, then are they really your best friend?
Yeah.
Right? And you're sitting there like, well, I was at work all day. Like, I didn't have an opportunity to get online and post you.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Every kind of relationship, it jeopardizes a lot of
social media. I mean, you got to remember, we come from that generation where, like, we picked up the phone and called you and said, "Happy birthday."
Yeah.
Right.
And it was more intimate. It was more personal.
Right. We went to knock on your door, "Happy birthday," or even later than that, we sent you a text message or I am or whatever,
right,
and said, "Hey, happy birthday."
Right.
Right. Now you don't got to do that. You
it's
can
automatic.
Yeah, you can schedule that post for midnight.
Make sure this sends to him and say happy birthday on this whole page.
Right. Social. I think social media makes everything.
Saying thank you to all them people too is like,
it's insane.
Oh my God! I just sometimes I'll put like a big post and be like, "Hey, thank you to everybody that gave me the birthday wishes." Because
I might start doing that because I be about 100 thank yous in. And then
some people would be like, "Hey, you ain't see when I said happy birthday to you?"
I done went to the bathroom.
Like, bro, for real, bro.
I done went to the bathroom, came back, and I got 100 more, and I'm like,
exactly.
I can't deal with this right now. Yeah. So I would say absolutely, on all degrees, whether it be friendships, relationships. If you that person, you do situationships, whatever kind of ship.
Yeah, because it's even tampering with grieving the right way.
Absolutely.
It's disgusting sometimes.
Yes. Social media is extremely social, but it takes out the, like, up close and personal approach.
Right, and the subtlety of a grieving situation.
The privacy.
You know, it unlocks that ugly eye of now everyone knows that doesn't know.
Right.
You know, when I say doesn't know, like they know what happened, but they really don't know.
And what I've learned with social media is everything shouldn't be online.
Yeah. I agree. I definitely agree with that.
That's a fact.
Because you don't know who's watching what.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like I the whole situation with if this person knows that person and they can't see their page, but the other person can repost that.
Man, you would be surprised who clocking you and you don't even know.
That's what I was saying.
And you just sitting like, I'm telling you, these social media stuff, it gets messier and messier because now Snapchat had the whole location thing.
Yeah, it's people on IG that can see me on Facebook that I don't fuck with.
Right.
And didn't listen and didn't clear them off on IG. So because the IG is connected to the Facebook, when you watch your stories, it'll show you, hey, someone's looking at this from IG.
Yep.
So damn, so you could look at my shit from Facebook off IG.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's just so
insane.
merged.
But I'm learning that even when I want to put something, I look at it a little longer, and I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm good.
Right.
The most dangerous thing with social media is the whole location sharing.
Oh yes.
I share my location with a few people.
Right.
Some people share their location on Instagram, Snapchat,
And then some people don't know they're sharing it.
and don't even know it.
You got to
And
go
that's
and
the
check those
crazy part.
settings.
Yes.
Because your low could just be over your head.
They didn't see you was home every day this week. Now they know where you live.
Dang.
Right.
I don't play them games.
Okay, and another one was, is loyalty more important than money?
I would
Loyalty
say
is more important.
I would say to a certain extent.
To a certain extent.
To a certain extent. So obviously loyalty is gonna be top tier, right? 100%. But sometimes you do have people in your camp that you recognize like they don't have that.
Right.
They don't have that loyalty. So then you kind of have to pick yourself over these people, and sometimes yourself might be you getting that bag, right?
Right.
So then when it's time to show up and show out, and they're like, "Oh, remember I was with you?" And it's like, "Yeah, I remember."
Yeah.
But do you remember when you was this, this, and this?
Yeah.
Right? So obviously, in a situation like this, like if it's Blake, it's gonna be loyalty 10 times before we even think about that, right?
Right.
But I've ran across people where I've been extremely loyal to them, and I've said no to the money. Where I'm like, you know what? Shoot, the money would have been more loyal than this
Right.
person.
You chose it wrong. Like you was
Yeah.
like, damn.
And that's the thing. It can be a situational thing where
And they could be loyal to the bag.
they can be right. We see it all the time. We see these game shows where people be doing the most, and then some people that don't do anything at all. And that comparison is that money versus that loyalty.
Right. And every competition show like that.
Absolutely.
Right. So it's like, do you pick being loyal versus what you could get paid for being loyal? Or is it a cost for loyalty?
That's a real question. I don't think it's necessarily a cost for being loyal. I think you pay that, or okay, there is a cost, but you pay that through time.
Yeah.
Right.
The people that you are loyal to.
Right.
And what you go through
Right.
upholding that loyalty.
There's
Because your
times-
loyalty to them could hurt somebody else
Yep.
because of how loyal you are to them.
And that's
And
a
that
real
is so
thing.
big in this city. It's people that, listen, I'm neutral, bro. I
Same.
say this all the time. Even when it comes to the hood, like it's people that don't fool with each other that are still going to the neighborhood, and they be like, "Hey, I know you just came from such and such house, you know, with him."
But see,
But I'm
that's
like, bro, y'all got this going on. Like, it's not y'all try to making me out to be
But
the
see-
person to go through it with y'all.
That's the thing. You have to. So those are those ground rules you have to put in the beginning. 'Cause I tell all my friends, hey, look, don't do no crime around me because you're going to jail. All
Right.
right. I'm just being real with you. And then I also like if I have friends that have fallen out with other friends, I say and they say, hey, who's gonna be
They
there?
see you going to jail.
Yeah, you going to jail. You think I'm what? Because the thing is, if you
I know
truly,
already.
because the
I-
thing is, if you truly cared about me, you wouldn't put me in a situation, where I would
situation.
have to pick between
That or this.
that or this, right?
Exactly.
But I also tell friends that have fallen out, and they'll say stuff like, "Hey, who's gonna be at the party?" And I say everybody. Right? You're either gonna come for me,
Right.
or you're
Or-
gonna not come because they might be there.
Right.
So what we doing?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like loyalty does come with a cost because it's like it's gonna step on toes.
Party he have, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah. It's gonna step on toes and
Every time.
people gonna rub feathers the wrong way, even when it's like two people that still talk to each other, but it's like that middle person that they get everything
Yep.
through. Like
Yeah.
say if like I don't mess with him, but we both mess with each other, and it's like the one dude that don't care for us or whatever, but everybody still know him, and it's like we from that circle,
I'm the worst person because hey, what you call say about me? Go ask them.
right?
Go.
Because
ask
I'm
them.
not finna sit up here and it's like it's the back and forth thing.
Yeah, we're not doing. That's
Yeah.
why I say when they say who's gonna be there, and I say everybody. Expect
Man,
everybody
say-
to be
go
there.
Yeah,
ask them.
expect everybody to be there. If you don't
Yeah.
fool with him, just don't fool with him. I feel like if people generally don't, if they have a problem with each other,
I'm gonna say
as
go ask
men
them.
and as grown adults, you should be able to coexist
Yep.
in the same room with that person and still hold yourself conductive.
And I've gotten myself to a mature place of one, if anybody is mad or beefing with me, they're beefing by themselves, all right? Because I'm not gonna.
Beef is a contact sport.
Yeah, but no,
Definitely
exactly.
is.
But it's one-sided when you got another side that don't even really care about whatever you got going on, right? Because I live in a space where if somebody, I treat everybody with respect. That whole it takes respect to get respect is crazy. Just respect
Wow.
people, right? And if they disrespect you, don't disrespect them back. Just leave them alone.
Yeah, you just
Because-
lost respect for him.
Right, because the thing is, I'm not going to bring myself to a villain's place by copying what the villain is doing.
Right.
I'm good.
You don't have to
I
become
don't
the
have
bad
to
guy.
become you.
Yeah.
So you know what? You got it. I'm not going to disrespect you, but you got it.
And man, I'm learning that now within my inner circle. Like
Yeah.
everything doesn't cause for a reaction, bro. And it's the
doesn't.
hardest thing that I had to learn.
But it takes time too.
And you got to come up with different tactics and just to maneuver yourself away from nonsense because it's a
Yes.
big distraction.
And it is, but it takes time though, man. Because I wasn't always the person to be like, I'm gonna leave them alone. Sometimes I had to give you a response, right? And it took for me to like go through it so many times and sit down with myself and say, man, you know what? That don't matter.
Right.
I'm good on that. You
And
know
I
what?
think the
You're
other
right.
topic came from this, which is, do you think that people support strangers before they support their own friends?
How you feel about that? Because I mean, I do arts, but you do arts as well, and you've been doing music. Like though we met, like really really early in life, you were doing music before that. So how do you feel about that?
In a sense. Because we was talking the other day and you was like, it be your friends that say, oh, I'm coming, I'm be there. But then it'd be like people you just meet. Like say if you hand your flyer out in Walmart.
I've okay, so I'm gonna say I've seen both sides.
Okay.
That's
I can't say it's just because I can count a whole bunch of times I was just going to the Lyricist Live just to go.
Right.
Chris front center, like, that's my brother.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's my brother. And he record, even when I wasn't there, him and our brother Felix was still going to the Lyricist Live, shutting junk down. So it just,
In a nutshell, who would you say are your current core supporters versus friends or strangers?
probably my friends and family, and I would say the people who still, anytime I do anything, they there and they know who they are. Like I got some loyal. I say I got a loyal fan base that probably would never ever go anywhere. And that's worldwide. 'Cause I
Yeah,
feel
see,
like
I don't know.
touch-
It's for me. It's in the city. It's different. I'm not even to bring this life back up, but when I was battling, I could get my coworkers and just random people that didn't know me from a can of paint to come to the
Yeah.
events
Facts.
first, especially like the open mic showcases or stuff like that. But I don't know if that's just something that's here, or if it's hell. What if it's me?
But
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? I think depending on what it is.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because I've bought books, I bought clothing, I bought apparel, I bought a slew of things just trying to show support, right? And when I go to the art walk, one of my mottos is buy something out here to support somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I'm learning is a lot of people just need to be given the opportunity. And if they're given the opportunity, there's a good chance that they're going to support you. You just have to kind of like gauge how serious they are about it, right? So with my, I had my Real Talk Poetry, right? I had a lot of people there that were strangers, right? They heard about it from their friend, or they saw it on this, or it was on TikTok, or whatever it may be, right? But I had a solid amount of people that were like, hey, I saw your flyer for Real Talk. Are the tickets still up? And I was like, yeah. And I had coworkers in there. I had family. I had friends. So it's kind of like a mix sometimes, right? But I think it depends on what it is.
What
right?
it is.
Because some things might just be out of reach at that moment, and then sometimes like they fully can, but they just can't.
And
So
I'm also
going
saying
forward, we
promotion-
should
I'm gonna say
create
promotion.
a space for people to have the ability to support.
I'll do you one better. I'll say give people the opportunity to support.
Right.
Now, if they support, they support. They don't, they don't. There's no
Right.
love lost. You know, no.
Right.
It is what it is. But another thing I live by in life is let me try before you even say, well, you didn't give me the option to, right? That way, it's like, well, I did say it. I can feel good about knowing that I gave them the information. They just didn't
Take
go through
heed,
the information. Yeah.
Because if it's out there, then it's no. That's why I got to give a shout out to Auntie outside. I don't know how many people familiar. Just look her up online. She weekly, monthly, year round puts out different forums of activities, events, free or paid for, and she doesn't have to. She just that's who she is.
Can I give a shout out to her too? Because
Absolutely.
I reached out to a bunch of platforms, and she had my show in the lineup, and I was like, she tagged me in something. I'm scrolling over, and I see my flyer, and I'm like, yo, this, and that's major for me, right? Because now you don't have to be there to support people sometimes, right? So with my flyer just being in your lineup, where I know there's thousands of people that are going to see that, I appreciate that. 100%. I truly appreciate that. So thank you so much for that.
And it's
I will
genuine.
be sending stuff too. It's very genuine, right?
Yeah.
And it's like a lost craft nowadays, man. Like everybody feels like you have to pay somebody to support. And I tell people all the time, yo, give me your flyer. I will put it on my page.
What's up,
You got to pay me no money for it.
Yeah. And that's what's missing in the city. Like they always say, it's nothing to do here. So I'm glad that she, took it upon herself to put it out there. That it is things to do. Like she has it to where it's almost every single day is something to do in Jacksonville, and I had no idea.
Much to do in Jacksonville.
I never knew that.
But the thing is, it's what do you want to do, right?
Right.
So if you don't want to do those particular 100 things, then obviously there's nothing to do in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
So
For you.
For you. Right.
Exactly. So final thoughts in closing before we get out of here. Biggest red flag in people.
Ooh. What you say, bro?
And then we got two more after that.
I pay attention to how I'm gonna just say worldly. I'm gonna say the biggest red flag in people right now, they toxic traits. So a lot of people be like they not toxic, but in some ways you'll catch yourself when you being out of body, you being a little toxic. So I'm gonna leave that for the world, but red flags personally for me, I'm gonna say and I'm zoning in on this friendship part real quick just because it's a lot of recent things. I'm just go with that. I'm gonna say just how people treat their friends, man. Just the relationships, because if you zone in, you be kicking it with somebody, become like they start off an associate, then they might become a friend. Once somebody done something more than twice, it's kind of like you want to be a friend and you want to see what is the turning course of what made them get like this, because you want to see the good in everybody, because that's what a friend does.
Right.
So, but if they keep doing it, at one point it's kind of like you enabling the person by letting them just
Be able to.
Nobody wants a yes friend. So you want somebody to tell you about what's going on. But if you can't talk to that person and they still doing it, to me, it's kind of like a red flag, because it's like how I am the kind of friend I am. Like I will, not saying you got to be like me, but be a real friend. Like it's like me and us sitting right here. I done had different situations with both of y'all where we all haven't seen, or we didn't see eye to eye. But it's like y'all was honest, regardless how vulnerable it made y'all seem or how it was gonna make me seem. Y'all would tell me the truth.
Exactly.
So that's what you want. But if people aren't like that, to me, that's kind of like at this day in my life, like being 33, I don't really think you can gain new friends, but with me paying attention and being, in tune, I'm paying attention to the red flag of like how you treat your friends and then like how you treat me per se. So like you gotta zone in, because anybody that's in your corner, in your circle right now, at the age all of us is, you just can't have none of this.
Nah, yeah, you can't.
have none of this,
What would be your?
I would say, as of recently, I would say lack of patience. Right, and not to go too deep into it, but I'm gonna put it like this: even a microwave need a couple seconds.
Oh, what snap?
Right.
Bar alert.
Yeah, people typically
Bar
want,
alert.
people want stuff like right now, right?
That boy snap.
But for real, like even a microwave needs just a couple seconds. So I mean,
Yeah, I ain't never heard of that. That was crazy.
Microwave need minutes.
yeah,
man.
it need a couple seconds.
Right.
Hey, that was funny.
Patience is
That's my
important,
cousin.
especially now with everything
Oh man.
moving the way it is in the world. So if you can't wait for whatever you can't, it's not going to go your way. It's not. It's gonna be something that's not solid. So I don't want to rush anything, especially right now. I got this time on me, trying to promote these projects and this show. So I'm just gonna sit back and analyze everything and move accordingly. So that's the biggest thing for me is patience. My biggest red flag is people who don't have patience. You know what I'm saying? Who don't feel like they can wait for this other part to click in through, especially if it's something to do with something that we set and made a plan for. You know what I'm saying? That we are conducting in a structure-like thing. Because the way I was brought up is just so much structure. That's why it's like, me and Blake get along a lot in that area of it because he understands that he needs that structure because that's what he's built off of. And I do too. Like if it ain't set up right, time frame right, and we going through it like that, it's gonna be haywire.
That's what
I gotta have that set for me.
Even when he works for me, like I'm very structured in how things should go. And if stuff doesn't look the way it needs to look, I'm looking at you like, hey, so when we
Yep. So
when we finishing up this?
Right. So that's why I knew when I had this set up that I was like, yeah, I kept that in mind.
Yeah.
I was like, we gonna
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I like how we just flowed with it. That was a plus. And another thing, dream goal for the next 5 years. What do you want to be in the next 5 years? That's for both of y'all.
I'm gonna say, music wise, I just wanna really just have both not both, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna probably make something else. But right now, just being able to get all my music and masterings influentially out the way that they need to. Because when we releasing Love Jones, we're bringing back Intermittent Visions. That's first time saying that, so y'all get to hear that first. I mentioned Itachi Skywalker earlier. That's to me the funnest style of mine that everybody always sees. When you see me out, I'm in Itachi Skywalker.
In
mode.
that bag, it's time to rap.
When you see me on the sofa or you see me drop a freestyle, I'm in Itachi Skywalker mode.
Yeah, they've been waiting for that all rap.
So they want that. So that's coming. And we're gonna keep Love Jones going. That's another thing.
Franchise?
I wanna keep that going like the Carter. So
I see that for that. I see Love Jones in that setting to where it's a lot of them. And
like
it's
the
okay.
Carter,
I
like
don't
the
think that'll
Chicks
be
tape.
bad. Because like I told him, he created a whole nother way of singing, like a different style.
So I want that, just as these years go on. Let's see, it's 2026. I kind of already got, call me crazy, I got everything probably planned up till 2029.
I believe you.
So with that, I'm gonna say I might be in the city probably for like maybe another year or two. I wasn't gonna give it. This was gonna be my last year, but with my grandfather going down, having a stroke, I'm gonna be a little longer. So y'all keep us in your prayers for that.
Definitely.
Really, I want to do a little bit more with the live in Jacksonville. I feel like it's a lot of artists out here that haven't connected with each other. And what, like my brother said, is, and he sees it. Like, I've seen it. I've been seeing it. It's just so many creators we got, and from everybody doing their different, having their eras. For a minute, Wind Down Wednesday was killing everything. Bruh doing his thing now on the poetry side. And bringing a new light to poetry in Jacksonville. It's a younger crowd of poets that are displaying what they do. We know the original poets like Moses West,
Nightcrawler.
But
it's a whole new generation.
It's a whole
of
new
pens.
generation that is, now. So I want to be one of the people, like, one of my main goals when I came back home was to be a pillar in the city. I feel like I have done somewhat my part already, but there's more work to be done. And with me, starting this new beginning, even with my career and revamping again and pushing the envelope and, somebody, shouts out to Mecca, he called me a young OG.
Mecca the Marvelous.
Shouts out to Mecca the Marvelous, called me a young OG. To just stand in my purpose as a young OG and help others still get game, help people with like how to get paid off their performances.
Right.
Even their writing, getting their masters in order and everything. Because it's like some of this stuff I already had done before I even went to the military.
Right.
Like just from studying and just being
showing them how to
around
get
older
residuals
guys.
from anything they've dropped.
Anything, because you yourself, you're a walking product. So just to show people the game and still just be one of the ones.
Right.
5 years later, and just let the legacy live on, and even just past music, just starting my family. Still ain't got no kids.
Right.
So I've been really working hard and working on my life, and everybody want real happiness, and I think that real happiness is having your own family. So
Yeah, absolutely.
5 years down the line, I see that, along with still being here, having my legacy profound, having more Love Jones to come, more Sagittarius projects, more Soul Sessions projects, more Intimate Individuals, and we're gonna keep going, and I'm gonna still be here. I just can't wait to drop this project we got right now with this deluxe, because I feel like it's gonna really put me up with the Chris Browns, the Trays, like when Trey dropped Trigger, when he dropped Ready.
Right. In that area.
Tory doing the Chits tapes and how he did the NXTs, like just staying ahead of the game and pushing the envelope. Like it's certain people that did things in R&B that will never be done again. R. Kelly, how he was able to come up with the song. I feel like Love Jones shows that too, even just with the sampling, how the song's orchestrated. It's just bringing so much back. And I just know 5 years down the line, all this work gonna pay off. And I think now was the right time to do everything. So 5 years down the line, yeah.
Same question for you.
Keep it simple, man. Becoming debt free.
That's what's up.
In that.
Talking about in it.
I'm on my last thing now. So once that hits zero, I'm good.
And that's very important for the people that's watching. Like, that is a big plus. I'm making some moves myself, trying to clean it up.
Oh, and being mentally happy.
Absolutely.
Mentally, spiritually, just all around. I'm gonna just say that.
Yeah, but that's my one, right? I mean, I got others, but that's the one, right? That's the primary focus. So
absolutely, man. I appreciate y'all for coming on the first episode of Southern State of Mind. You know, it's many to come. And I just want to say that this is the start of something beautiful for the city, man. It's just they got the rapper got the gun now, man. I'm aimed and ready to put all of my people on, and so they can just see what it is we go through on our way to the top successfully, and just complete it. You know what I mean? So y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe. I'm gonna be able to put the tags up, the emails, and all of that pretty soon for this episode. Hey man, this has been the Southern State of Mind podcast, man.
To Lux, man.
Got Blake Neal right here,
Love Jones
Chris the
Deluxe.
Poet, your host Q Savage, man. We out of here, man.
March 2026.
Know what it is.
Love Jones Deluxe, man.